Hi students, today we are moving on to addition of unlike fractions. Okay, the same thing that I want to remind you, whenever we need to add and subtract fractions, we need to have common denominator. So, and then after that, we're going to also learn a little bit about patterns. Okay, let's carry on. So we want to add unlike fractions. So first thing first, we got to understand how to convert fractions to the same denominator. So first thing first, we're looking at the denominator. I have 2 and 6 here. So the common multiple of 2 and 6 is actually 6. So most of the time we try to get the lowest common multiple, because if we get the numbers too big, there's a higher chance for us to make errors. Okay, so how do we get 6? So we know that 2 times 3 is 6. So whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. Okay, for this case, to get 6 here is just times 1, isn't it? There's no change to it. So I do the same thing to the numerator. That's how I get 3, 6 plus 1, 6. That's how we get 4, 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 over 6. So let's move on to I. So 1 quarter plus 5, 8. So again, looking at the two denominator, 4 and 8, the common multiple of 4 and 8 is actually 8. Okay, so how do I get 8? Okay, over here, 4 to get it, I'm going to multiply by 2. Whatever I do to the denominator, I do the same to the numerator. And then for this case, because it's an 8, there's no change to the fraction on the right. So 2/8 plus 5/8, that's how I get 7/8. So these two questions are pretty straightforward because they are simple fractions, even though they are not simplified for the first case, but it doesn't matter at this point in time. Okay. Moving on. Okay, what about when we have fractions, you add together and then we get an improper fraction? So for this part, you're required to change it into a mixed numeral. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, let's do the same thing again. 4 and 8. The common multiple of 4 and 8 is 8. So to get 8, I get a times 2 to the denominator and times 2 to the numerator. There's no change to the right fraction again. That's how I get 6/8 plus 7/8. That's how I get 13/8. So convert 13/8 into a mixed number. You get 1 and 5/8. Okay, so it's quite straightforward because we know that 13/8 is actually the same as 8 over 8 plus 5/8, isn't it? Which is 1 whole and 5/8, isn't it? Okay, makes sense. And moving on to I. So 6I, give it a try on your own first. Okay, so 1/2 plus 9/12, again 2 and 12 common multiple is actually 12. Okay, so how do I get 12? So 2 times 6 will give me 12. So whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. Okay, there's no change to the right fraction again. So I get 6/12 plus 9/12. That's how I get 15 over 12. Again, 15 over 12, you convert it, you get 1 and 3/12. Okay, again, how do I get 1 and 3/12? This is actually 12 over 12 plus 3/12, isn't it? Isn't this 1 and 3/12? Right? It's the same. Okay, so the last part is quite straightforward. Okay, let me get the fractions to appear first. Last part, you're supposed to write down equivalent fractions or decimal of these common fractions. So I've given four of them. So I'm sure you can produce more. I would suggest maybe you can give 4 fractions and 1 decimal. Okay, that's good. Okay, moving on, patterns. Okay, so we're supposed to find patterns, and the good thing is you're given the number line to guide you. So let's use A as an example. So 0 to half, which is 2 quarters. Then jump again, you get 1. You jump again, you get 1.5. You jump again, you get 2. Jump again, you get 2.5. Jump again, you get 3. Jump again, you get 3.5. Isn't it? That's easy. What about D? You have 3/4 here. You jump to get 1.5. Jump again, you get 2 and 2.5. Sorry, 2 and 1/4. From 2 and 1/4, you jump again, you get 3. 3, you jump again, you get 3 and 3/4. 3 and 3/4, you jump again, you get 4.5. Jump again, you get 5 and 1/4. Jump again, you get 6. Okay, you realize that the space jumping from one to another is equal, isn't it? That's why it's called a pattern, isn't it? Okay, good. Moving on, what about the next one? Okay, using decimal. So what about C? 10C. Okay, you have 0.8, it jumps to 1.1, which is somewhere around here. Again, you jump again, you get 1.4. Jump again, you get 1.7. You jump again, you get 2. Jump again, you get 2.3. Jump again, you get 2.6. Jump again, you get 2.9. Right? Good. And then what about D? Oh, yep, 11D. So looking at 11D, okay, again, you got to establish what is the rule. By staring at the fractions, I actually see a pattern. There's a decrease of a quarter from one to another, isn't it? So there's a reduction of a quarter. So from there, I move down, give 4 3/4, and you minus 1/4, you get 4.5. Minus another quarter, you get 4 1/4. Minus 1/4, you get 4. Minus another 1/4, you get 3 3/4. Okay, what about E? Okay, look at the pattern again. Okay, yep, seems like there's a reduction of 0.5. So let's find the next fraction. Minus 0.5, get 2.8. Minus 0.5, 2.3. Minus another 0.5, you get 1.8. Minus another 0.5, you get 1.3. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson, guys. Please complete the task on My Online and also these 2 pages. Okay, anything you're not sure, drop me a note on direct message or Teams. Okay, bye-bye.